Well, the final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance is here, and it caught fans by surprise because wow, are we getting a fan favorite villain? Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the final trailer for the Venom franchise, the first appearance of one of Marvel's most powerful villains ever, KNULL, and what the future looks like for not only Tom Hardy and his symbiote, but the Earth itself. Well, quite honestly guys, the Venom franchise kind of stumbled in its second installment. Carnage was a lot of fun, but the film definitely didn't deliver like the first. Many people wanted to see Spider-Man as part of the third film, and that doesn't appear to be happening despite all those MCU teases. But the final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance has arrived, and it's definitely set the stage for Tom Hardy's last go-round as the fan-favorite villain turned superhero. Now, the huge reveal in the trailer is that we are indeed getting the ultra-powerful villain, KNULL, who is known as the King in Black and the creator of the symbiote. Now, at this point, there's currently no word who's playing the character, or exactly how big of a role he's getting. But based on the trailer, it does indeed look like we will be getting a comic-accurate version of the character, which I think is critically important bringing KNULL to life. Now, where the third installment of the Venom franchise is going, well, it does sound like to me he's not only going to be hunting down Venom, but the other symbiotes on the Earth. It looked like Toxin was currently incarcerated, and he looked pretty nervous, and it seems like at this point, he'll be hunting down Venom and sending every single symbiote in his army after the dynamic duo of Eddie Brock and Venom. Now, it seems to me that this is some kind of attempt to retrieve something important. And if I'm making any guesses, it's probably the All Black. Now, in the comics, the All Black is an immensely powerful necrosword that was forged by KNULL at the beginning of time, and this was done with the Firstborn symbiote and the cosmic energies from a dead Celestial's head. Now, in the comics, the necrosword is eventually wielded by Gore the God Butcher, but within Sony's Spider-Man universe, it seems to me it's more than likely on Earth, and KNULL is coming to claim it. Now, everything I gather from this trailer so far really does make a lot of sense, and if you sort of think about it, there was always a reason these symbiotes were sent to Earth. Based on what we got in the trailer, it does totally feel like we're getting a storyline that is going to bring a conclusion to Tom Hardy's time as Venom, which is something that's always been implied with this film, and it very well might be the last dance. I think KNULL and the necrosword as a primary villain for the whole franchise is a great idea, and honestly, it should be pretty interesting how Sony adapts the story and potentially sets up a future for the Venom franchise. Now, I know this is supposed to be the last outing for Tom Hardy, but there's no part of this that makes me think Sony is not going to bring the symbiotes back somehow or another. In the comics, KNULL actually kills Venom, but then the new Venom becomes Eddie Brock's son, Dylan. That's not a character we've met in the movies so far, but it doesn't mean he doesn't exist, and it would be a great way for Tom Hardy to kind of pass the mantle on and Sony to keep the franchise alive. In any case, bringing KNULL to life on the big screen is going to be a lot of fun. He's one of the most visceral, kind of scary villains in all of the Marvel Universe, and was even rumored to be part of Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm really glad they're giving Eddie Brock's Venom a big baddie to face off for the final part of this trilogy. Previous villains have definitely had weight, but none of them have really given this full-on Earth-threatening vibe, and KNULL is definitely one of those kind of villains. We did get a ton of other new footage in the trailer, which included some other symbiotes, so I don't think KNULL's going to be alone. We definitely saw Toxin, and we're all still wondering if we're actually going to see Scream, or maybe even the return of Carnage. I don't think Venom will actually be alone, and since we're getting Chiwetel Ejiofor as Orwell Taylor, who's bringing the jury into the mix, I highly suspect the finale of the movie is going to see Venom, as well as some of the other friendly symbiotes, like Toxin, team up with Orwell Taylor and his jury, and if I'm making any guesses, we'll see Tom Hardy make the ultimate sacrifice to save the Earth. But how all this works out, well, we're going to have to wait and see.